I don't need your pity. Thank you all for coming, and obviously this is a big weekend for us all, one of our biggest weekends. Well, there's the Mill and Swill in New York City, but that's not usually a weekend, and we usually end up in the curb, but that's not important now. We are here tonight to honor our nominees. Additionally, we are here to honor a couple of other people who have done service to SIFLA and who are just generally neat people. And so I would actually like to begin by saying, Jane Jewell, where are you? I'm going to tell you a story about Jane.
Not that one.
No, I will not tell that story. That one. Besides, I never developed those photographs.
This is the best president we've ever had.
Back in 2003, one day I go to my mailbox, and in my mailbox are my very first contracts. My very first contracts from Tor, for my very first book, Old Man's War, and book to be named later. And I was tremendously excited. And the reason I was tremendously excited was not because there was a check involved, but that was good. But because what it meant is that I could rush right back into my office, get on the fax machine, and fax my contract to Jane to let her know that I wanted to be in SIFLA. And it was extraordinarily amusing in retrospect, because here I was just sort of hyperventilating on the phone going, if I got the right number, is this where I need to go? Is this where I need to go? Is this it? Can I be part of SIFLA now? Can I? And she was like, yes, John. Yes, you can. And that was my first encounter with SIFLA. I imagine that you have been the first encounter for SIFLA for a very large number of our members. And it is hard to imagine someone of better humor, better grace, and just a better entrance into our crazy little group than you, Jane.
I did pay him for this.
Jane is moving on from the executive director position after many years of service, and there is no way that we can genuinely express how we feel about all the years of service that she has provided us in a good and gracious manner. But we have got a gift anyway, so here you are, Jane.
Thank you.
You can't drink it.
Thank you.
It's a waffle item.
I thank you very much, and after 10 years of herding cats, all I can say is you are the best damn herd of cats ever. Come say me
out. As you know, every year we put a sacrificial victim up, and we call him the master of ceremonies. Occasionally the mistress of ceremonies, but not in this particular case. This year our victim happens to be Michael Swanwick, and I can't imagine a greater honor for you to come entertain the hell out of us while we're shoveling our way through our dinner. So I will tell you a little story about Michael, which happened this morning. Which is, he and I share a common room up on the 7th floor, but I didn't know that. It's a parlor that we were going to use for the SIFLA suite, for the SIFLA board meeting, and so I went and got my key. It's like 7:30 in the morning to just go in there and open it up, and I open the door and I barge it, and it's locked from the inside, and it goes. And inside, I can see Michael Swanwick, who's like eating, go, they finally come for me. But it was only me, and so I want to apologize to you, Michael Swanwick, for scaring the crap out of me this morning. I really didn't mean to. And to make up for it, I'm going to give you this gift that we have made for you, as also as a thank you gift for being our Master of Ceremonies. Am I allowed to tell them what they've won?
Yes.
Oh, okay, you have to open it. Jane, open up yours.
It's an inflatable life raft.
Be careful.
Considering the floods and tornadoes and stuff lately, I'm going to read it.
Expandable. That's what I think.
Probably.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rapture is at 6 o'clock tomorrow. The Nebula's at 7.
It's bubble wrap.
Everybody needs bubble wrap.
And then you can pop them.
Yeah. I can have that.
Is it something I can open?
Yeah. We got that other gift for you later.
It's
radioactive ice cream.
It's a thingy.
Shiny
It's a
thingy.
wonderful thing.
Look through one end.
Yes. All right. Wait a minute. The other end.
The other end. Other end.
I don't see any. Oh, now I see it. Oh, it's beautiful. Looks just like you, Gardner.
Now you're ready. Hold it up so they can see it. It's a kaleidoscope. Where was it from?
It was from Appalachian Springs.
It's beautiful. All right.
All right.
Are there 50 garters?
And it left a big black ring.
That was specially planned.
More bubble wrap. More bubble wrap.
It's a book! It's printed upside down. Michael, they've written your next novel.
It is a. Can you tell us what it is?
It is a printing of Dancing with Bears of a variety I've never seen before.
We had leather bound for you, dear. You should thank Nightshade Press. Nightshade Books, they were wonderful.
We don't believe that for a
I
second.
was about. Thank you for that image, Michael Swanman.
Michael, you lived through the 60s. Yeah.
What we do next is that we honor our nominees for this year's Nebula, Norton, and Bradbury Awards. And I can say, as your president, that I'm completely chuffed at this year's slate of nominees. We have people who have just started their careers as nominees. We have people who are in the 5th or 6th decade, I can't remember which, of their careers. We have all spreads, an entire spread of writers of all sorts, types, descriptions, all sorts of stories in the genre. It is a veritable cornucopia of really good stuff. And I know that when I was reading all the stories and the novels and trying to make all these decisions, the main thing that was running through my mind was, crap, this is hard. It was not an easy year to be a voter, but that means that it is a pleasurable year. I was saying to one of our nominees earlier today that one way you know about the quality of your work is the company you keep when you get nominated. And this year, you're keeping pretty good company, people. This is a very good year. What we're going to do is when we announce the various awards, we'll have the person come up. You come up this way. I will give you your shiny Nebula pen. It is very pretty. And when I do that, then Stephen Silver, my beautiful and talented assistant, will be handing you your certificates so that you can have them framed and treasure them always and pass them on to your children and your children's children, 7 generations down. When we're done, we'll have all of you assemble over here. We'll do a group applause, so please hold your applause until the end. And then, while we go ahead and do the next group of people, you will move down to the prom backdrop over there, where we will take your pictures.
And then the rapture.
And then the rapture. Don't.
Be in the same group as me.
Yeah. If you are actually a designated acceptor, for someone, come up when their name is called. I told somebody else erroneous information, so Paula, you actually do have to come up. But the only one that we won't be doing that is for Megan Wu, and we'll design her acceptor. But I'm already wearing my pin, so it's all good. That said, we will go ahead and do the first thing that we would do is mention the Ray Bradbury Award nominees. We don't actually have any of the nominees here, so we'll just read those out loud. The first nominee is Despicable Me by Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud as directors, Ken Daurio and Chinko Paul, screenplay, Sergio Pablo's story. Next up is Doctor Who, Vincent and the Doctor, directed by Johnny Campbell and written by Richard Curtis. How to Train Your Dragon, Dean DeBlois and Chris Sanders, directors, William Davies, Dean DeBlois, and Chris Sanders, screenplay. Inception, which was written and directed by Christopher Nolan. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Edgar Wright, director, Michael Call and Edgar Wright wrote the screenplay. And then Toy Story 3, Lee Unkrich was director, Michael Arndt wrote the screenplay, John Lasseter, Andrew Stanton, and Lee Unkrich wrote the story. So congratulations to all those nominees. And then our beautiful and talented assistant, Stephen Silva, will be accepting for whomever wins tomorrow. So take a bow.
You are legion.
He is invaluable. He is the Swiss Army knife of Sifla.
Do you have to ship him everywhere because he can't travel the plane?
Yeah, it's not easy being
They poke holes in the box for me.
Yeah. Next up is the Andre Norton Award for Young Adult Science Fiction and Fantasy. This will be presented by Ellen Asher. Wave, Ellen, wherever you are. Ellen, also a guest of honor at this year's Worldcon. Woot, welcome. Okay, here are the nominees this year. As I said, remember to come up, get your pen, get your certificate, stand right over there. It's a very simple process. We can all do this together. First is Shipbreaker by Paolo Bacigalupi. Next up is White Cat by Holly Black. I was waiting for that. Next is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Applause afterwards. Next up, Hereville, How Merca Got Her Sword by Barry Deutsch. I'm going to mess up this title, I apologize in advance. The Boy from Elysis by Pearl North. Technical problem there. I Shall Wear Midnight, Terry Pratchett.
Terry, you're looking better.
A Conspiracy of Kings by Megan Whalen Turner. Please hold that until later. And then Behemoth by Scott Westerfeld. Ladies and gentlemen, your Andre Norton Award nominees. All right. Next we move on to short story. Okay. We have 7 nominees for short story. The first, RVs by Adam Troy Castro. How Interesting a Tiny Man by Harlan Ellison. I'm told that his receivers are not here at the moment. Next up, Ponies by Keith Johnson. I know. I'm Alive, I Love You, I'll See You in Reno by Vylar Captain. The Green Book by Amal El-Mutar. Ghosts of New York by Jennifer Pelland. Is obviously be here. And then finally, Conditional Love by Felicity Shoulders. Ladies and gentlemen, your short story nominees. Moving right along, we come to the novelette. And our nominees this year, Map of 17 by Christopher Barzak. The Jaguar House in Shadow by Aliette de Bodard. The Fortuitous Meeting of Gerard van Oost and Uladara by Christopher Kastenschmidt. Plus or Minus by James Patrick Kelly. The receiver is in the back, so he will just stay there for now. Pishash by Shweta Narayan. That Leviathan Whom Thou Hast Made by Eric James Stone. Stonewall Truth by Carolyn M. Joachim. Ladies and gentlemen, your novelette nominees. This year we have 6 novella nominees. The first is The Alchemist by Paolo Bacigalupi. It's just recurring. Second, Iron Shoes by J. Kathleen Cheney. The Life Cycle of Software Objects by Ted Chiang. The next is The Sultan of the Clouds by Jeffrey A. Landis. Next is Ghosts Doing the Orange Dance by Paul Park. Finally, The Lady Who Plucked Red Flowers Beneath the Queen's Window by Rachel Smirsky. There are 6 nominees for novel this year. Yes?
Applaud for the nominee.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. Please move on. Please clap for your to make one flub.
We're counting.
Yeah, I know you are. I'll be speaking with you later, sir. We have 6 nominees for novel this year. The first is The Native Star by Amy K. Hobson. The second is The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. Shades of Milk and Honey by Mary Robinette Cole. Echo by Jack McDevitt. Who Fears Death by Nady Okafor. And Blackout / All Clear by Connie Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, your novel nominees. Thank you, everyone. 2 reminders. We do actually have an award ceremony tomorrow. Be sure to be there. Additionally, we have a business meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. in the Jefferson Room. Please be there. We have a lot of important information to tell you, and we will bring food. 10 a.m. Jefferson Room. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.